Congratulations for your film El Carrito, the short film here. So how does it feel that it's being showcased here at Dances with Film Festival?
I mean, this is an amazing film festival to be a part of. A big theme in my story, I'm the writer and director of El Carrito, is this idea of community and human connection. And I think it's great because I feel like that's a big theme at Dances with Films, is they're really trying to foster filmmaking community. So it feels like a perfect fit. I mean, it's amazing to be here at the Chinese Theater. To have our film shown on the big screen is an honor. So I'm really excited to be here.
Now, how do you came up with the story about a woman, her cart, and tamales?
So basically, I actually did a documentary short on a street vendor called Judith, Portrait of a Street Vendor, before. And whenever I would go out with Judith, she would talk about her cart getting stolen. Is my cart going to get stolen? There was this constant fear. And so I thought, what if we did a narrative film where the cart actually gets stolen? And that's what happens in the film. And to me, I wanted to tell a story about the immigrant experience that goes beyond the American dream, because I think often our stories are about the American dream. And to tell something about community and human connection and what else is there for us besides that. And I think that's a huge part of the immigrant experience that doesn't get told, is this idea of coming together and supporting each other, that I think, can also be told on the big screen.
And misconceptions.
Yes, yeah, misconceptions. And I mean, we show sort of the everyday life of a street vendor. And the other idea behind the film was I wanted to take people into a world they wouldn't otherwise have the chance to experience. And so in many cities, many of us, come into contact with street vendors all the time, but we don't really know about their lives. We don't know what their lives are like. And so this was sort of also a way to take people in and see folks as human beings and to see what their lives, and we all have dreams and hopes, just like just like the character in the film.
Absolutely. And one more thing. Did you have to build that cart for your film?
We did. We did have to build that cart. So we took a regular shopping cart, but there are people who actually build those kinds of carts for street vendors in New York City. So I've known people, and we found a guy who does it, and he actually built it for the film. And then what was interesting is after we were done, we actually gifted it to one of the street vendors who worked on the film. Sonia, she was on set as a creative consultant, and she got the cart afterwards. So it's being used today in the street vending world in New York.
I know, I was going to say, I never realized street vending carts are so sophisticated in New York.
They are. The people who build them are real, engineers. They're really great, and the wheels and it's very well thought out. So yeah, thanks for checking that. Thanks for paying attention to that, because we put a lot of details and time and energy into that.
No, thank you for making this short film, because it's an eye-opener, because you're right. A lot of people don't think about this type of story.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I mean, and one thing we did do, which I also wanted to give my community props for, is this was actually shot in my neighborhood in Queens, New York. And we brought together people from the community, the bike shop where it's shot, that's a few blocks from my house. We had street vendors on set showing the actors how to sell tamales, how to, what looks real. So I have to give a big shout out to my people back in New York.
Well, thank you for bringing your community film to here, Dances with Films in Los Angeles. We appreciate it, and a lot of people's going to check it out.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.